Welcome, everybody. It's Mindy Odlin. It's What If Wednesday, and I'm excited to see you. It's great when you can join me live, and it's great when you can join me in the archives. It's great when we can just come together and have this midweek opportunity to touch base. So I'm very excited that it is December. It is my birthday month. My birthday's in a couple weeks. It is the holiday season, which is always very exciting. It is a great chance to reflect on the year and to learn from all the things that have happened and to celebrate all the wonderful things that you have experienced and are experiencing as we close out the year. And it's a great time to start getting the wheels spinning around what is 2024 going to look like. So I want to share with you today, I want to share with you something that came up in our leadership meeting yesterday. So that's going to be today's hot content. But I also want to just sort of set the context for where we're going in December, what's coming up around the corner, because when 2024 comes, I just got to tell you, friends, big things are happening. And we are behind the scenes this month. We are ramping up big time for 2024. Betty's part of that because she's part of our leadership team. We've got new opportunities to join that leadership team coming in 2024, which is super exciting. And we have all kinds of new resources coming to you in our Membership Plus community. If you're not familiar with Membership Plus, $10 a month gets you access to all kinds of free goodies, gifts galore. And then we also have coaching calls in there. And now we have WhatIfUP circles in there. So for those of you who don't have a local group to connect with, we have Membership Plus where you can get connected with people online and practice using the WhatIfUP tools. I also, starting this month, as many of you know, first Wednesday, I'm always out there WhatIfUpping with you. Starting this month, my first Wednesday call with everyone, I'm doing it through the broad membership, and it's going to be an orientation call. So if you're new to our community and you're kind of wondering, like, what is this thing and how do I use it and where are all the pieces? Once a month, I'm going to pop in and I'll show you around. I'll answer your questions. We'll get to know you. You can get to know us, ask questions, and we can WhatIfUP together. So that'll be the first Wednesday every month for newcomers. Right now, we're all new. This is a new platform. So you're all invited anytime to come into orientation. But if you are part of our community here and maybe you're like, I don't really know how all these pieces work together, come to our orientation and check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's very easy once you kind of know where things are. And we have a lot that we are offering to you to make your 2024 and your 2023 everything that you can imagine it to be, and then some. So lots of really good things coming in the new year, including, just to roll this out, I'll be doing a Vision Your New Year doodle party on New Year's Eve. So that's new, coming to our community. So you'll be able to, for those of you that are in Membership Plus, it's going to be a perk for Membership Plus people. But if you want to just sign up and just do that, you can do that as well. So yes, fun, fun, fun. So I'm excited to have you there for that, and lots of other good things rolling our way. Every week, I will share with you a little snippet of I don't know, wisdom, content, ideas to help you have a fantastic week. So here's my idea of the day. So it occurred to me as I have my WhatIfUP book with all my WhatIfUP buttons and all my WhatIfUP bookmarks and stickers and all the things that I have inside this book. What occurred to me is, this book is, I'm in the process of doing an update on this book. And it occurred to me, like, wouldn't it be fun if in 2024, we actually do a book study? For those of you who have read the book before, each chapter ends with discussion questions. So coming in 2024, when we do these What If Wednesday live streams, we're going to just focus on a different chapter every week. It'll be a 6-month book study to get through the whole book with all the chapters and all the discussion questions. And it'll be a chance for me to connect with you to see how you're using the tools and to use that experience in the rewrite for the 10th anniversary edition, which might be the 15th anniversary edition, or who knows, it could be the 20th anniversary edition. I'm going to have to do the math on that. It's been a long time. So it's definitely time. Look at that picture. Like, who's that? So it's time for an update on the book. And I'd love for you to be a part of it by joining me on Wednesdays. And then we'll put the content into the group as well. So I had my leadership team gathering yesterday. So this was a team, it's a huddle team of those who are putting content into our Membership Plus community. So I want to share a shout out to Janet Redford. She's one of our certified WhatIfUP coaches. Once a month, she is doing a group coaching experience inside of Membership Plus. Thank you, Janet. And then starting next week, next Monday, we have a new online WhatIfUP circle that's going to happen every month. It's designed for creatives. And hey, that's you. You wouldn't be here if you weren't creative. So if you want to WhatIfUP online with some really fun people, we have Melissa K. Allen and our Joyful Genie are in the house, and they are going to be co-hosting that event for all of you that are in Membership Plus that want to connect online. And we'll have more events like that coming into Membership Plus in 2024. So we have our team meeting, once a month. And we were talking yesterday, and the question that we came up with was, what do you do when you're about to have a coaching call or a big event, or, that big thing that you need to be present for, and something happens right before you go into that thing that throws your energy off. So what do you do? That was our brainstorm in our leadership call yesterday. And so I want to share some of the ideas that we had, but I'd love to hear your ideas as well. So what if you knew that whatever you've got going on, that you had the tools and the skills and the practice and the discipline to be able to make the adjustments that you need to make so that you can be fully present when you need to be fully present, so that you can be fully of service when it's that time to be of service. So we shared some ideas, and I'm going to throw it out to you. I know, Betty, you probably have some ideas as well. So I'd love to hear from you, and post in the comments if you have additional ideas. So I was sharing that for me, and I have had this happen in multiple times, and I've had it happen in some pretty big ways where, I'm about to go on stage, and like 2 minutes before I go on stage, I get this, bomb explodes in my lap, metaphorically. So I've had those moments where I'm like, okay, I got to set that aside. I got to deal with my physiological response to that news or that thing so that I can be present for the people that I am committed to being present for. And then I'll deal with that other thing. So part of it is being able to compartmentalize those things, to be able to literally, this is something that a couple of us had in common, is taking that thing and being able to literally just kind of set it aside mentally, to set it, outside the window, I'm going to put it in my car and I'll deal with it on the way home. So to literally imagine, I guess, literally, figuratively imagine that you are taking that thing and setting it aside. The other thing that I will do for myself, if I'm finding that I'm having a physiological response, like sometimes you get bad news and it's just like, okay, there's grief that's coming up, or I had this happen once where I was about to go into a board meeting that I was leading, and I got a phone call literally 2 minutes before the board meeting. And the only reason I picked up the phone was because I thought it was good news. And it turned out that it was not. So I'm like, oh, so 2 minutes before my meeting, and I stepped out. I told them I'm going to be 2 minutes late. And I stepped into another room, and I had all this anger. I was really angry about this call. And so I went into the other room, and I literally was jumping up and down, shaking it out. I was what-if-upping in my head. What if this is all good? What if I just need to see this differently? What if there's a bigger picture and I can be grateful for this? What if I can deal with this later? All those what ifs were going through my head. So I'm working on my mindset as I'm literally shaking it out of my body, jumping up and down, wearing myself out, breathing. And then, 5 minutes later, okay, time for this meeting. So, and to be able to, the other thing I did in that meeting was I said, okay, just wanted you all to know I'm processing something, but I'm here for you now. I'm present for you now. And then praying everybody in. Sometimes those pray-ins that you hear me do, or those intentions that I set, they're really for me. And I hope they help you, but they're really for me, because I need that anchor, that grounding before I go into a session as well. So Betty says the tactical pause. Yes, taking that moment to breathe. Isn't it cool that you can just always do that? And it never seems weird. It's like people appreciate the fact that you're grounding. Oh, the tactical pause. I like that. Stop, breathe, focus, That's Betty's advice. That's really good advice. Stop, breathe, focus, and then, remember who you're there for. That's what, sometimes I'll do that too. I'll actually, in my mind, I'll be like, okay, I'm here for them. I'm here for them. I'm here for them. I'm here for them. Anytime I'm feeling nervous before I speak, it's like, okay, the nervousness is about me. What am I here for? What do I want them to experience? What do I want to create for them? And that helps as well. So what do you do? What are your tips when you've got something that kind of throws your energy off at the last minute and you've got to regroup quickly? Love to hear from you. Anything that you want to share. Betty, do you have any tips you want to share aside from what you posted in the chat? It's great to have you here with me live.
I just got this one from my meditation app this past week from a woman who was a pilot in the Afghanistan war, and she now is a mindfulness teacher.
Nice.
And she said this is where she started with the tactical pause, because if she one day was flying, saw to do her job, she had to fly right into a thunderstorm, and the lightning was going to hit her, and she had a move to make. And so I thought, wow, that's really dramatic.
Yeah.
All I have to do is overcome some stage fright or something. But
Right.
but I thought, this works. I'm a big fan of stopping and breathing anyway. And she said, just do it as many times as you need to do it, because it doesn't take long
Right.
to
You're
get you
breathing
back
anyway.
there. Yeah, you're going to breathe anyhow. So the breathing thing for me is the big one. It's always my advice when someone's venting, or someone just needs, I need to hear them and I need to listen, and then they're waiting for me to say, it's always breathe. Just breathe. It's just a big one for me. And
Yeah.
that's why it just immediately popped in. And I have had this week twice. Two of my dear longtime friends are now in hospice care. It just happened 2, 3 days ago. And so I was I was starting to facilitate a meeting when I got one of those news. So when you said it, it was like, oh my gosh, I know this one. It's just, sometimes it's huge and sometimes it's just you're irritated. I mean, but it works no matter what, just, I think we're afraid to take the minute sometimes when it's that was perfect when you said, I'll be 2 minutes late. That's perfect. That was perfect. Yeah.
I just need 2 minutes so that I can,
Yeah.
that's what I
Yeah.
needed. Yeah. And there's something about breathing. One, it gets oxygen to your brain so you can make better decisions, so you can have more resourcefulness around it. But it also sends a message to your brain that you're safe. Because when you're being chased by the tiger, as in our evolution, it's,
Yes.
your brain is saying, run, 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 run. And it's not stop
Yes.
and breathe. So when you stop and breathe, you're giving a message to your whole autonomic nervous system that I am in a place that is safe enough for me to take a breath. And that is an important message to send to our lizard brain that can overreact sometimes, or maybe it's not even overreacting, but it's reacting in a way that doesn't allow us to do what needs to, the thing that needs to be done right now, which is being present. So I love that. So let's what if up that. What if you knew that it didn't matter what you were going into or what you were doing, that you had the skills and the wisdom to take that breath when you need to take that breath, to shift your mindset, to what if up that thing that is maybe the unwanted thing that pops into your reality. And what if you, through maybe a community that reminds you, what if it becomes your unconscious go-to? Yeah. Do you have any what ifs, Betty, for today?
What if we just take a moment and look around us and find something beautiful that we hadn't noticed before?
I love that. I love that. Now, Betty is one of our certified WhatIfUP leaders. Just for those of you that are like, how do I get into this thing? How do I get to do that? If you're a coach or a workshop leader or a speaker or someone that wants to bring this into your clientele, we'll be doing our next training in January. So I'll be putting information into the community, but mark your calendars for the first week in January. It's going to be a Monday through Friday, 2 hours a day, 10-hour course to get you up and going so that you can be a WhatIfUP certified coach or WhatIfUP certified facilitator, depending on, or both, depending on what your goals are for the new year. So really excited to have you with me. Thank you for joining, Betty. It's so much fun.
Thank you for doing this. I love it.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
I love it if I'm just listening or if I'm watching or if whatever. I just love this whole thing.
Well, and starting in the new year, we're just going to book study it. So for those of you who want to follow along, I'm just going to take one little chapters are like, 3 pages. So it's a super easy way to keep the principles in front of you and to connect with our community and play along together and really master your mindset as we step into the new year. Because once we do that, the rest, like what we focus on, we create. And if we can't imagine it, we can't create it. So let's imagine great things together and live into that as we step into the new year. So thanks everybody for joining. It's great to see you on this What If Wednesday. Tonight, orientation. So join me 8 p.m. Eastern time and I'll hopefully see you there. Bye, everybody. Bye.